Hey, good evening guys. I'm in my office and where am I at? I've decided to take a bit of a break tonight. It's 6 o'clock and I'm just not really feeling like doing any work tonight. So what I have done though is I have welded the other adapter on and the ferrule for the clamp onto the intercooler. So that's all done now. If you look here, so that's that one done and I'm just about to put that guy on there. Now, two reasons I didn't want to do anything tonight. A, I've got to be up early in the morning. B, I didn't finish till 10 o'clock last night, so I'm just tired and sore. And what else was there? Oh, intercooler kit should be here tomorrow as well. So we've just run out of intercooler lengths and bends and stuff like that. So I wanted to wait for that stuff to arrive so I can do some more tubing. So yeah, anyway, so they'll be here tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm free tomorrow night or not, but I might give it a go. But I just kind of wanted to have more stuff here so I can get more stuff done. And then I'll get I want to get the catch can done as well because I think I want to try and tie that into the intercooler mounting. I think it would be a good idea to try and sort of just encapsulate both of those into the one area and incorporate the mounting system and everything for both into each other, into the car. So yeah, but anyway, for those that don't know, these are what people call HD clamps. They're also known as Wiggins clamps, or what's another one, Vangean, similar style to Vibrant, although Vibrant wasn't the first one that was doing these. There was multiple other people doing these before Vibrant did it. So yeah, like these are Taarks ones. I think they're from Australia. They're an okay brand. They're effective, they work, they're always a bitch to go together. One thing I don't like about these though is there is no recess to put the tube in, so you have to line it up, whereas for the likes of Hypertune that we use and Vibrant, I believe, they've got a recess, so you slot the tube into it and you've got a nice welding area as well. So yeah, anyway, I'll show you how to fit this up. They can be quite cumbersome. They can be a little bit annoying to get on, and you need to get them absolutely perfect. I should also show you how to correctly install these as well, but I may do a separate video just for that at a later date because there doesn't seem to be a lot of information about how to set these up in terms of like the correct distance. So if you look inside there, you'll see there's a gap. They need to have a gap to operate properly. So I will go into the greater detail about that later on. But anyway, let's see if I can get this mounted. Now, first things first, always use rubber grease on these O-rings, okay? Very important. But don't put your rubber grease on before you weld it. This allows everything to move around as it should. It gives it some lubrication so the O-rings don't bind up in the aluminium. And obviously when it gets warm, it will, turn into more slippery stuff. All right, so this is the clamp assembly. That's how they go. These need to have a gap so that they can actually move around. And you'll be surprised with the small amount of gap needed, how much room you actually can move. So first thing I need is my Allen key bit. Okay, so let's take this guy off. I'm just going to pop that down there for now. I'll take the nut out of it as well. Okay, so now they have one of these sleeves. So all of these HD clamps have one of these sleeves. And the purpose of these guys is to seal the two O-rings, right? So these are like a sleeve, or I don't know what else you'd call them. And they're very tight to put on. The Hypertune clamps are the hardest ones I've ever had to put on a car. They're just really difficult. Whereas these ones, they're not too bad. Still a bit tricky, but not the worst I've ever done. Okay. Alrighty. That's on. And then that, if they're sitting on correctly, they should just go together like that. If you're fighting them, they're not on right. You definitely want to have that nice and loose. If you're fighting them, they're binding, they're not sitting right, there's something not right, there's something wrong. Okay, so I'll put that in there. That one in there. Now, one of the reasons the second reasons I don't like these clamps is because they're quite cumbersome to fit the likes of these cap screws, because the nuts fall out. And when you've got this mounted in a car with the tube and everything, it's just really difficult to get everything to work. But all in all, that's how it should work. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot of movement there, right? You'd be surprised how much movement that actually is when it's in the car. That should rotate freely with the gap. You can probably see the gap in there. This should rotate freely. You should have, you know, room to move. It shouldn't be tight. You never hook these up so that these two surfaces are touching. It's the worst thing you can do. But anyway, the idea is so these actually move with the engine. You don't want those surfaces tight because they'll fight. So anyway, I think that's about it for those, just to show how easy those go on. Now there'll be one there, there'll be one on the turbo, and that's one singular pipe. The rear one, it'll be one from this guy to the throttle body, which I'm trying to source at the moment. If anyone's got an LS3 throttle body, I'd be keen to buy it. Yeah, so I think that's going to be about it from me for tonight. Yeah, big day tomorrow. I've had a big week already, and it's only Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Man, it's been a big week already. I just want to give you guys a bit of an update and close it off for now. And I'll be back probably in a day or two to hopefully finish off one of the intercooler pipes or have some pulleys or whatever. Following on from last night, I was thinking one of the issues I'm going to have is the oil feed from the front cover. So yeah, I got to figure out a solution with that, with the alternator and everything, because it's just, there's a lot of stuff going on in one small area, and I'm just a bit scared that there's not going to be room for certain things. Yeah, so I'll have to revisit that before too long, but before I get into that, I need to get the pulleys and stuff like that. So I'm going to get all of those now and then call it a night, and I'll see you back in a couple of days. See you then, bye.